Hello friends, and welcome back to Random Hearts. Today I want to share with you what I am doing to prepare for my next garden season. It is currently January and we are in the dead of winter. We have got a lot of snow on the ground, we've got very cold temperatures, and our soil is months away from being able to work. But there are some things I can do right now that will help me prepare for that next garden season. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go through all of my notes from last year's garden. Now, if you are new to gardening and you don't have any notes, just skip this step. All you would need to do is look at the things that you want to try or that your family likes to eat. So the first thing I will do is I will look at my grid paper from last year. I do put all of my 5 beds onto grid paper to scale, and then as I plant things into my garden, I will actually write down on that grid paper what was planted in which bed. Then at the end of the season, I color code to decide which plants produced the best and which ones were not worth their time. So you can see red is not worth its time, and I did have trouble with one particular bed last year, and it could be that it's the soil, but I will need to be aware of that. This is also the bed that I put garlic in, and so I might not be able to even use half of that bed until the end of July. So I do need to be mindful of that as well. But I will look at what I planted last year and decide which things I want to plant again this year. After I create a list of what I want to plant in my garden, I need to go through my seed storage. I need to decide which things I need to still purchase, which seeds that I have plenty of, or which seeds are close to expiring. Now, I don't throw seeds out just because they have expired, and all seeds do have an expiration date on them. But here's the thing. They'll still grow, they just might not grow as well. They will lose their potency over time, they might not germinate at the same rate, and they might be more prone to disease. So I don't typically throw seeds away just because of their expiration. Now, if there is a plant, like I said earlier, that I grew and I really did not like how it performed, I might try it one more year in a different location in my beds and see if it was just the bed and the location. And if it does not perform in that second year, I typically throw the seed out because it's not something that I am able to grow in my area with my climate and my soil. Now for the fun part. I get to go through all those seed catalogs that I've been drooling over for the last several months while we've had snow on the ground, and I get to choose some of those varieties that I might not normally find in my area. I do need to be careful, however, because not everything will grow in my area. I have a very short growing season. I have a season that lasts about 90 to 100 days. And so I need to stay within that very carefully. In fact, to be on the safe side, I try not to go over 85 days. And so any seed that requires a maturity over that probably is not something I should be growing. I also need to be aware of drought tolerance, because we do have drought conditions here. I also need to be aware of disease and pest resistance. And so the more information a seed catalog or a website can provide on their seed, the better for me. Now, I do have a preferred seed company. I am not sponsored by them, but I do like Johnny Select Seeds. Their seed packets are very plain. But they do have a lot of information on them. And so, like I said, I appreciate that, and I like that for me as a new gardener, I've got all of that information right at my fingertips when I am planting. So this is pretty much what I'm doing in the month of January. Sometimes I will move this into the month of February, but this is where I start. I choose the plants that I'm going to be planting for the next year, and I get those seeds purchased. And so that is everything. I hope that this video has been helpful to any of you that are interested in gardening, or if this has sparked some interest in you. Stay tuned to my channel. I am planning on a lot more videos this year with gardening preparation and setup. So I appreciate you guys being here. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave those down below. And I hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.